They look good.
Caring for the natural world can definitely be a lot of fun.
And that's something that I, Cam Doyle, have learnt whilst travelling Australia in an old bus looking for cool people doing cool shit to protect the natural world. We've called the series Act Local, and today I just want to go through a few little lessons that I've learnt whilst doing this little project.
Act Local!
And to prove that caring for the environment can be a lot of fun, here's Kelsey in Gippsland Intrepid Landcare. She'll tell you how they zhuzh up giving a shit about the environment.
The whole Intrepid scheme of it all is to try and re-engage that younger generation into land care. Can't force people to do things. And I feel like when you do that, that's when you get the most pushback. And so a lot of the work we do is kind of empowering them, not just like coming down and be like, you have to come to this, you know, or you need to do this. It's like, come along with us for this ride or do this with us. So a lot less of your planting and cups of teas, but try and do things a bit differently to bring those people in.
Sounds reasonably straightforward, but let's delve a little deeper. How do they do things differently?
So we're in the first plant and dance.
Like, is that literally what I think it is? You plant a bunch of trees and then you just kind of listen to music and get up and boogie after? Yeah, sick.
Other events we've done is like kayaking and willow mapping. Often a lot of the creeks and rivers up towards Sale and Terralgan. Up that way there's a lot of willow damage. Kind of make it a bit fun by adding kayaking in there. So it's not just walking or hiking along a river. You're kind of like working as a team to go and map these willows to then be removed by like local catchment management authorities. Mountain bike riding and like weed control. So you went mountain bike riding and weed management.
That technique of smashing two things together to make one fun, environmentally positive activity is so smart. It's almost incidental environmentalism. Say that 3 times fast. Giving a shit about the environment is no longer boring and stale. It can be so fun. It almost feels like, actually no, it is. Just like if you've got a door, you got a gym.
You got a door, you got a gym.
You can now use your passion to fuel your activism. To be honest, I didn't think I'd use this swirly chair, but here we are, using it. It's good stuff, Cambo. And these next 3 crews really exemplify what I've just said. Kicking it off with Hillary and For Wild Places, who are bringing activism and trail running, mushing them together, and making the world a better place.
We're essentially a group of ragtag trail runners who know nothing about starting a non-for-profit, but really want to encourage trail runners to be more active in protecting the places that we love to explore.
We believe you protect what you love, whether it be your family or your home or your backyard. And we want people, especially trail runners, who love places like this, to do that every day, however they spend their money, who they bank with, when they go out for a trail run, picking up their rubbish, leaving no trace. So that way we can make sure that not only do we have great trails to run and places to explore, the future generations, and I think more importantly, like the planet ceases to exist.
Yeah, well that's it.
Like, not to get existential about it, but like...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
The best quote out of that was definitely, you protect what you love, because it's so true. If you don't give a shit about something, why are you going to go protect it? So if you've got a passion, find an environmental issue within that passion and try and fix it, which is something that gun longboarder Belinda Baggs is doing.
I went on a climate summit trip to Heron Island with the Climate Council, and I learned a heap about the threats that climate change poses to our ocean. Increased storm activity, cyclones, sea level rise, causing huge amounts of erosion on our coast, as well as sea temperature rise as well, and that's obviously having an effect on the coral reefs, which as surfers we love to surf over, and the bigger picture of that, which is that it's affecting our oceans globally and food sources and things like that, but it's also having an effect on our reefs out here, like Great Southern Reef that runs along the southern and eastern coast of Australia and Tasmania, where it's completely wiping out kelp forests when there is a rise in that sea temperature. And so just all these small effects that I was seeing really got me thinking with a friend, Johnny Abegg, who lives up in Byron, and he's had the same experiences, that a combination of all that momentum that was going on in the fight for the bite, and that surfers really did care and wanted to stand up and protect these places that we love so much, in combination with all these threats that we just learned about, as well as all the hopeful facts in terms of it being able to sequester carbon and really be the life source of our planet, that we wanted to get together and really create an organisation that rally surfers to give a shit.
One of the great things I actually learnt from Belinda, I didn't film it, I don't know why, maybe I'm an idiot, probably I am. Belinda said, after I told her interviewing all these people is making me feel a little guilty that I'm not doing enough. But then she dropped this absolute bomb on me saying that I'm going around filming all these people, shining a light onto the issues that they're exposing. Therefore, I'm doing my part. I'm using the skills I've already got to shine a light on things that are happening, therefore telling more people about it. I'm helping the environment. So you don't have to come in with your pitchforks and march to Parliament House and say, oi, f***ers, sort this out. If you've got a skill set that others in the environmental sustainability space don't have, help them out by using it. There's plenty of lawyers, videographers, journalists. You could be a gardener and you don't know where to start. Contact your local land care group and you could be like, oi, I got a pitchfork. I might not march onto Parliament House, but I'll help dig up some shitty weed that's poisoning the space. Look, it's pretty overwhelming, but just remember, you don't have to reinvent the wheel with this stuff. There's plenty of techniques out there that are tried, true, and successful that may not exist in your community. One of the best chats that I've had so far that exemplifies this is meeting with Evan and Terrarosa Gear. He takes old adventure gear and repurposes it into new stuff. He was just an adventurer that was super handy with a sewing machine. He used the skills he's already got and he developed to help the environment.
I love building and creating, and the outlet followed my passion, which was transferring to the outdoors. I love mountaineering, I love bike packing, I love skiing and backpacking, and all of these things overlap so much in parts of the gear. So like sleeping systems are a huge passion of mine. The shelters, I love designs and the shelters and all that. Really the common denominator with a lot of them is going to be the materials and where the materials come from. I love using the recycled kind of stuff or upcycled or saving bits or modifying other bits, an old jacket or old ski pants or something like that. And the material is great, but there might be something you've blown out the knee beyond repair and it's no longer going to function great as a ski pant. But the rest of the material is fine. You can take those and build something smaller or put it together that creates something larger. So here's now a bike bag. Original zip from one of the pockets, creating a little pocket on the front of this one. And then that just opens up. So, you get these materials. That's the original Napoleon logo up the top there on the breast. And it's, how can I capture the essence of what this jacket was and the adventures that it has had, and then put it into a new bit of gear. So I try to not cut up things that are still good and still have a life in what they are. But once a jacket's totally haggard, then boom, now it can become some hats. It can become, God, what else? Some bags of some sort. The pockets, the zips, those are all good. Take those, put those onto other things. And that's not a hard thing to do, yeah. Okay,
so you found a passion, you found an environmental issue. How do you then approach other people to join your fight? I didn't know either until I hung out with Sam from Protect Our Winters. He summarised this perfectly.
We're about positive messaging. If you give people the information, affect their heads, you connect it with what they love doing, skiing, their hearts, and you give them something to do about it, their hands, then that's how we all come together to make an impact. And that's what we're working on. We're not going out going, rah, 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 you're not going to be skiing in 2051. If things keep going that way, because no one's going to want to listen to you. If people were scared by climate change, we would have done something about it by now, but we haven't. So, we're not doing enough fast enough. So we're here to help connect people with what they love doing, and then the ways in which they can influence the people that they can influence, whether it be their local politicians, people that they work in business with, the industry to be a voice, so that we can push for the action that we need to see, which is faster and more aggressive, so that we can protect our snow and protect our winters in Australia.
There's still a bunch of legends that I want to meet and showcase what they're up to on this YouTube channel. So if you know any cool people doing cool shit to protect the natural world, comment their names down below and I'll get in touch. Hope you've learned something. Love you. Bye.